Hello, I made it. I said I would be here and I'm here. How is everybody? Hello, Anna. Hello, Jill. Come on in. Let me know you're here. Share out. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. How are you, Sissy? Laura Lou, hello. I'm here. Patricia, hi, Jenny. Come on in. Hey, Sheldon. I was thinking about you today. How you doing? Hello, Tasha. Come on in. We're going to do some readings. It's going to be a good time. Thank you. Thank you. I had a nap. Nap. Yeah. I was like overwhelmed with tired, and I was just like, I'm just going to close it. And then I was out. It was just that easy. Anna. Hi, Tony from Florida. Hello, Jill. Just a second. I hope you do too, to share out because you're kind and you love me and you miss me so much. Successful. That's why you should share. While I do that, we'll all do it together and it'll be a nice little group effort. How's that? Sound like a plan? Hello, Troy. Hello, Lori. How is it? Come on in, share out. I appreciate you. We have 21 viewers between Facebook and YouTube tonight on the super cheap. It's $11 minimum, and then we'll decide what you need. How is that? Or you can ask a question, a specific question. Maybe you want guidance on something. Maybe you want, about a certain person in your life. Right? If you would like to donate, that will be in the description. There's 4 different ways to pay as usual. I have 2 cats, and they also approve. Hello, Miss Penny. How are you? Speaking of cats, there's one. I bought him this really big cat tree, and they haven't really been interested in it. 5 feet tall, and it's got all these things on it, thinking, hey, they're inside cats now. I have to give cat-like, and yeah. I opened the window, so hopefully, of course, there's a screen. Hopefully, they will enjoy it now. Anyways, take a moment to share out. I hope you do too. I hope you do too. Boop, boop, doo. Let's all share because we're kind. Let's see what picture Facebook put on me today. Oh, they're not. It's a secret. They usually pick the word picture for me. They usually do. It's usually some stupid face or something. I do that. It's really not cool. So anyway, and I'm just going to share to 2 more places and we're good to go. Group, you share to your group or on your wall. You never know who's going to need a reading. I missed you guys. It's been 2 weeks since I was doing reading. I really feel it. I really, really feel it. You stop doing anything for a little while and kind of like questioning, am I good at it? Of course I am. Of course I am. I'm the best. Ask any. Well, don't ask people who are living in their ego, of course. So I don't know. I'm blubbering on today. How was is the 24th? I don't know what day that is. Is it? Hold on. I never know what day it is. Let me look at my phone. Tuesday. Tuesday, Misty, get with the program. It's Tuesday today. My lovely darlings. Hello, Donna, my love. How are you? I had to move my things around. There's my tree over yonder. The tree. Boop. There's my tree. A big old tree. It's really huge. And so I have my other tapestries. Had to find somewhere to. Okay, they're lovely. Thank you so much. Hi, Judy. Thank you for sharing, Caroline. I'm sorry if I internet. I didn't see the message, but I'm going to back up to read it. I'm sorry if I'm breaking it. Anthony, that is a wonderful message. I'm sorry if I'm breaking up. I paid for the fastest internet available. I did what I could, guys. This is what we have now. My internet in Texas, but don't tell them. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Donna, that's wonderful news. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. I feel amazing. Feels super great. Ivy loves watching your lives with me. She always when you come on the phone. Casey, that is fabulous. I want to say that is not the first time me. And people used to put me on to put their kids to sleep. I don't as a positive or negative. I choose to take it as a positive. And sleep is a snore fest, right? But here I am. Readings tonight. Okay, so what are we doing? Tell me. Well, I don't remember who I had to do those for. Okay. I don't know. What else? Medical scans. What else? Past life. We're going to do a little bit of everything. Oh, well, that's a good way to come back. Okay, we're going to do a little, and I guess we should, minimum donation is allowed. I appreciate your donations as I haven't worked in a couple of weeks. I am freezing and it's my internet connection. I'm using the 5G internet connection. And apparently it's not all it's cracked up to be. So we what you get. So well, that's our friend. So I can give them a shout. Yeah, I bet you if you do. Oh. Sissy, I got your donation. Do you have a specific question or something that you would like some clarity on? Or do you want me to pick? This is what, yeah, it's just choppy. Temperamental like the weather. That's what it is. You could use a reading, Casey. That was my pick. Okay, let me see. What do I have? What do I have for you? Hi, Johnny. How are you doing? What are we doing for Sissy? We do a little bit into a past life to see what's going on with how this. All right, let me check and see what I have about this for you, Sissy. Give me just a moment. So it's like, I don't know of like a Xena warrior princess type vibe. I'm seeing a woman that she's kind of like time period this is, but she's like uh, yeah, like an Amazon. Uh, and I'm seeing her, and there's fire, and she's like battling this fire. I don't know. It seems like there's a or something along these lines where it's like she's like defending her. It doesn't feel like she's part of the party that's like set this village on fire or is like um pillaging or something. It feels like she's defending this village. She's got like a big, what do you call those? It's like a big stake that you throw. I don't know what that is, but that's what she's got. And I'm seeing her, and it feels like she's responsible for all these people. Okay. And so that's the energy that I'm getting for this life, is like you're constantly putting out fires, that you're constantly needing to take care of your tribe or your people. And it seems like a never ending battle here. It seems like you're always having to put out fires, always having to be on the defensive with people around you. Okay. And that's what I'm getting from this energy, hun. Okay. I don't know how this is resonating with you, but the energy of this she's like a warrior. She's like an Amazonian or something. She really is like the Xena warrior princess energy was what I was getting with her. Like as soon as she came through, and it just seems to me, everybody needs a day off. Everybody needs a day off on a spear. Yes, a spear. Thank you, guys. Sometimes the words are not there in my head. Um, this is a past life. Then this is the energy that's kind of mingling with what's going on with you now. Okay. And so do you feel like you are constantly on the defensive, having to put out fires all around you to defend the people that you love and that you care about, your tribe, whether it's just your family or your friends? It always seems like you've got to be on guard for everybody. Exactly. Yes. And it feels to me like that the message, I'm protecting everybody, caring for everybody, being responsible for everybody. And that's the energy of this past life coming, like you've carried that forward, where you feel responsible for everyone, where you feel like you have to take care of everyone and put all the fires out all around you. Okay. And honestly, like I'm getting a lot with the throat with you. I don't know if this is something that you have trouble telling people, that you maybe you need a day off. Maybe you don't want to have to put their fires out all the time or take care of them all the time, because it's exhausting, right? Thank you, honey. It's a tapestry. And I used to have it in my bedroom, which I still have it in my bedroom since that is where I sleep. And so policeman for 15 years and firefighter for 28 years. That makes a lot of sense. Putting out fires, literally putting out fires. Uh-huh. And so I was getting some tightness here in the throat with you, Sissy. I don't know if maybe you need to speak up and you need to tell people, because there's a lot of issues with the throat chakra with you. Okay. You need to tell people, hey, look, I need a break. I need a break. I'm exhausted from taking care of you, or taking care of you, taking care of this, or, always being on the lookout for trouble, always putting out the fires, before everything gets out of hand. And that's what I'm seeing for you, Sissy. And I hope you take that message, and I hope you do something with it. And I hope you express the way that you're feeling to people that you have been trying to love and protect and defend. Okay? Please do that for me. Okay, let's see what else we're doing. We got her marked off. Boop. Who's next? Who's next? Okay, Miss Casey Lynn. Mother just passed away, and now mom's just as dependent. Yeah. And honey, I love you so much, but you got to speak up. You got to speak up and say something. If your brother was dependent on you and now your mother has taken up the mantle, then this is definitely a life lesson for you. Okay, this is something that you need to start voicing your opinion about this, and telling people I'm tired, telling people I need a break, telling people that's not my job. Okay, this is just the energy of a past life that you've pulled through in this life, that you're really tapping into that here, that it's connected with this lesson. You're not responsible for everybody. You are allowed to take a break. You are allowed to rest. All right? I don't know why my nose got all boogery. All right, Miss Casey. Everybody share it out. What do we have for Miss Casey Bashan? Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing. You're so wonderful. I love you all. Thank you for loving me enough to share me with your friends and loved ones and groups. I appreciate you. And I am going to be doing a free live this week. Don't you worry. I just wanted to make sure we started on the right foot. Moving was incredibly expensive. And luckily, I was prepared. I'd done lots and lots of work to save up for that. And it didn't break me. But man, it's expensive. It's expensive. Especially when because I had so many animals, because I had my dogs and my cats, I could not get a full-size truck and tow my vehicle because it's illegal to keep your animals in a towed vehicle. So I had to drive my vehicle and the full-size truck and a car. So I had to do 3 vehicles of gas for 1,200 miles at some places $4.50 a gallon. So it was a little expensive just for the gas. But yeah, I'm now in South Dakota. I'm in South Dakota, and it's really lovely. We really love it. But my daughter was lovely enough. Her and her husband were lovely enough to help me in moving. And they my son-in-law, it's so weird saying that. My son-in-law drove the moving truck, and my daughter drove her car, and then they drove back down with their car. So it's hard to say South Dakota. I actually say it weird. I don't know why, but I say it like South Dakota. I say it like I'm from Wisconsin or something. I don't know. It's weird. I just have a weird accent, I guess. Miss Casey. I am happy. We really love it here. We went and we checked out the school, and Emma wants to go back into school, even though I'm not completely about it. I don't really agree with sticking your kid in front of a computer screen all day long. And I don't agree with the education system in the way they're doing that, but she really wants to make some friends here, and that feels like how it has to be done. And the school is extremely close, literally across the street. So I really want her to be happy, and this move is all about Emma, and my life is about Emma, and making Emma happy and making sure she's happy where we are. So if she wants to go back into the school system, then by all means, I'm going to support her to do that. So how's the lineup? It's short so far, Miss Stephanie. I just started 20 minutes ago, and I've been chatting. You're stressed beyond measure. Elspeth, I'm so sorry you're having a stressful day. I'm so sorry. I took her out of school because I felt it was right for us at the time, and I just didn't like the way they were teaching the kids and what they were teaching the kids. I didn't agree with the curriculum. So we'll see if it's better here. I like the fact that they get outside a lot. We see kids outside all day long, and they have, a big field right there, and they do experiments, in their science class, and they do yoga and stuff like that, I think, in gym class. And so I like the fact that that they have some things that are good for the kids. So anyway, enough about that. No, sir. No, Sheldon. I'm doing tour dates. Sheldon, I'm going to Wisconsin. I'm doing some gigs in Wisconsin during that time. It's part of my rental agreement that I vacate my apartment during the rally so that my landlord can lease it to rally goers because they make bukus of money doing that. And I would not want to keep him from making bukus of money. But I'm going to be in Wisconsin doing a couple of shows and group readings in Wisconsin. I've got some things lined up. I'm going to be on the western border of, I think it's called Millston, Wisconsin on the 9th. And then on the 12th, I'm going to be in Fond du Lac doing a gig over there. And those tickets are available. If you check out my page, you can see those tickets are available. Okay, so well, I'm going to take my personal items. And of course, the people who rent the apartments have to sign a contract that they won't destroy anything. And then they use, he supplies them with like bedding and towels and stuff like that. So I'm going to lock my personal, like my crystals and things like that up and my clothes and stuff. And that's just how it is here. It's really strange. What's going on in South Texas, bud? It is really strange, but it's a long-standing tradition. I had not ever heard of it either, and I was like, "What? That's crazy!" A shooting. I pray for all those people, and I'm sorry that these things are happening in the world. I really, truly am. Looks like I left just in time. It's a horrible thing to say. Of course, as soon as I come on here, I start getting stuffy. Hey, girl. Hey, Sarah. Sarah's one of my besties. Okay, I'm sorry, Casey. You know, Casey, I don't know why the very first thing that I heard when I was trying to figure out what we were going to do for you. Hi, Chelsea. The very first thing I heard was teleportation. So to me, that means like astral traveling or remote viewing. Okay. Thank you, my friend. So I don't know if you have been having some situations when you're sleeping about different images and things like that popping into your mind. It could be when you're sleeping, it can be when you're awake and just kind of zoning out. But that's what I'm seeing. Oh man, my nose is wigging. I don't want to wig. But that's what I'm seeing for you with different things. Talking here about teleportation. And have you been having any issues with your baby, my love? Like, is your baby, like your baby's great and wonderful, and then all of a sudden she'll be very fussy, and it seems like it's out of the blue. She's been kind of sick. Okay, Stephanie. Just give me a second, Elspeth. I'm doing a reading for somebody that made a donation. Okay. What's going on with Ivy? Have you been going anywhere with her? Have you been taking her out and going around other people and stuff? Because what I'm hearing is that she has travel sickness. This is travel sickness. Yes, all of this. Okay. Travel sickness is what I'm hearing. So I feel like this is two different ways of travel sickness. Okay. I feel like it could be astral projection type of thing, remote viewing type of thing. And I also feel like this has to do with the energy that she's been around, travel sickness, because sometimes, of course, in the physical world, you can catch things from people, being around people, things of that nature. But I also feel like this has something to do with her energetic body as well. I would really love for you to get get a piece of selenite. Okay, selenite is like a white, chalky kind of material. Okay, and I would love for you to get a piece of selenite. You just recovered from COVID, so you figured it was something like that. Okay, I do feel like that's might be a little bit like a physical energy, but energetically speaking, I feel like travel sickness is what I was hearing, and I was hearing about teleportation. Okay, so I'm not saying that your baby's an alien. I mean, who says that? I'm not saying that. But I do know that there are a lot of really old souls that have come in. I apologize for this stuffiness. It came out of nowhere. Of course, I did just open the window, so it might be from outside, but I really haven't had any allergies. Anyways, getting back to the message. What was I saying? Aliens. Not that I'm saying that. Okay, I'm not saying that. I am saying, though, there are a lot of old souls that have been incarnating, really old souls. Okay, ancients have been incarnating, and they come into the physical vessel with all of these spiritual gifts. And then over time, they start forgetting, just like something you haven't, she's been having trouble sleeping too. Yes. I feel like this is why I was talking about when you're sleeping and when you're awake. At first, I thought I was talking about you, but I'm not. I'm talking about your baby. But your baby's an old soul, starseed. And I feel like as part of this multidimensional soul that your baby has incarnated in, hello, Barb, my darling. I hope that you can understand that as a parent to an old soul, you're so very blessed because they are so wise. Okay, but they do come with these sensitivities, and being around people and stuff like that, they really are just this beautiful, wonderful energy, but they seem to attract a lot of things into their lives and different, they catch whatever illness. Okay, all these kids are struggling to get in. You're right. And so pay attention to that. And I would love for you to get some selenite. Okay, so with the selenite, you can just kind of gently rub it over your baby's body. Okay, rub it all over your baby's body. It's not going to hurt your baby. You can also put some selenite underneath your baby's crib. Okay, you can put a piece of selenite. You can also get some other protective stones like any black crystal is going to have protective properties. And then, there's just so many things that you can do. You could get some lepidolite and put that under your baby's bed as well to help your baby have peaceful dreams. Okay, so there's different things that need to happen for your child. You need to just take extra precautions. I'm sorry, my nose is wigging out, guys. I really, really am. Have I been able to catch up with Ash? Well, of course, my darling. She's my next door neighbor. We see each other all the time. As a matter of fact, I just made steak dinners for us last night, and they were yummy. And then we played some Yahtzee. Okay. All right. So that's what I have for you, Casey, and I hope it helps you. I just got to do a little more protection for your baby. Okay. I'm absolutely looking at getting some. I will do anything to soothe my little bit. Absolutely. And that's what it's going to take. Okay. And so I love your little Ivy. She's a precious jewel. Absolutely a precious jewel. I'm so excited you have your angel baby. Okay. We're going to do Miss Stephanie. Stephanie. Ooh, we're done drinking that. You're welcome, my darling. Okay, Stephanie. What can I help you with tonight, Stephanie? How can I help you? Share out if you're kind. I appreciate you. Can you give me a read? What's a read? What's a read? I'm looking to see what the future for me and my new guy are looking forward to in the future. Can I have his name, please? I will absolutely look into the timeline of your relationship. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Let's see what we can do. Wayne. Wayne and Stephanie. So when I'm connecting to the Wayne energy here, I'm seeing that he's very serious, but he does have a great laugh and he does have a sense of humor. But it's not constant. It's not all the time. He feels like quite a big presence, actually, when I'm looking at this energy. He feels like a big presence. I don't know if it's just his vibe or what is it, but he just feels very larger than life kind of an energy. Not to say that he has to be extremely tall, but it just feels to me like he's such a big energy. Does that make sense to you, Stephanie? And what I'm hearing about this relationship, yes, okay, what I'm hearing about this relationship is that we're going to have trouble down the line with boundaries, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind. And I'm not necessarily feeling it seems to me like he's very set in his ways. And he's the one that's going to have uh, is he the one having trouble? He's the one trying to keep boundaries. He's the one trying to keep boundaries, okay? Because he's like laying the line down and telling you what's acceptable to him, and it seems like a clash here. It seems like a clash with boundaries. Hi, Tanya. Hi. So I don't know. I'm just hearing like some Taurus energy or something like this. Okay, Tanya, let me write you down. Does that make sense to you? This Taurus energy, it just feels very stubborn. It feels very stubborn to me, and it's like setting, like laying the law down, setting down boundaries is what he's going to be doing. And I don't know, it just feels kind of a little heavy-handed to me. Because he's like what I'm seeing is like him pointing his finger, like, you need to do this, you don't need to do this, you need to stop doing this, and this is how it's going to be, kind of a thing. I don't know if you're getting that energy from him now, but it's going to be an issue down the road. It's not like this is going to come out of nowhere. Okay. He doesn't seem that way now, but who knows? Yeah, it's not that this is going to come out of nowhere. It's going to, a little at a time. Every beginning of every relationship, people are giving you their best, right? I mean, that is how it works. People are giving you their best. So it's not that it's going to come out of nowhere. It's going to be just, and honestly, it feels like he's trying to keep his boundary lines, and maybe you're not wanting to stick with them. That's what I'm seeing here. But other than that, I feel like you guys have a similar sense of humor. He is, like I said, very serious, but he doesn't laugh all the time, but he does have a good sense of humor. He's just a very serious person. He might even be a little guarded because of past relationships, and I think this is why this boundary issue comes up, and why he's, I don't know, domineering in a way. Like I said, he's got a very big presence when I connect to his energy. He's got a really large presence. So that might be something that you have to kind of navigate as you go forward with him if you decide that this is a relationship that you want to stay in. Okay. He's guarded for sure. Yeah, he definitely has a wall up, and it could be that you're trying to sneak in, and he's like, "Hey, this is how it is. This is how I said it was going to be, and we're going to keep it like this or whatever." Um, so it might just be something like along those lines about the intimacy of the relationship, or how yeah, how intimate your connection is, not just like a sexual connection, but like him, like letting you in, kind of a thing. Okay. Very large and warm. Yeah. He does feel like a very protective energy, so it just feels to me like perhaps he's just really guarded, and this is something that you don't want to try and steamroll through. That maybe take your time and make sure that he's prepared to take down one stone at a time. Oh, it's better. My internet's better now. Thank you, Liz. I'm so glad. That's wonderful. Okay, Miss Tanya. You're welcome, my love. Just something to be aware of, um, like this isn't, like I said, it's not just going to come out of nowhere like, hey, no, we had an agreement. This is how it is, blah, blah, blah. It feels like you're going to be testing his boundaries quite a bit. And so just do it tiny little small ways. Okay. Um, but I would have to immediately say no, he's no longer with us. That's what I immediately got. Um, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I do have Tanya, who is a paid reading, and then we'll do a few. We'll do a few. We'll do a couple of freebies. Okay, if you share out again. All right, and then I'll pick somebody. What's coming towards her? All right, let's check and see what's going on for Tanya. Spicy. What is spicy? Spicy relationships. Spicy. Are you in a relationship, Tanya? I'm so sorry, bud. My baby cat. That is lucky. That's lucky, Irene. You just ate spicy food. Okay, spicy. Well, I'm definitely connecting to the right person. A very close friend. Okay, spicy. Let's see what we get for you, my darling. Old habits die hard is the very first thing that I'm hearing for you, Tanya. So as far as making changes in your life, and I feel like you're trying to make some changes in your life, I feel like there's three different things or three different areas in your life that you're trying to change. They're saying that don't give up just if you stumble, or if you relapse in something. Okay, if you make any kind of a relapse in your life, if it's dieting and then you fall off the diet, or trying to quit something and then you relapse into it, don't give up. Okay, because old habits die hard, and I feel like this is something um, I feel like this is something that you need to pay attention moving forward. Okay, it took you quite a long time to get into these habits, and once we get in this comfortable cycle, it's really hard to change that cycle. Okay, so pay attention to that. I'm surprised. Oh, I was going to say I'm surprised my dogs aren't in here, but I shut them out because my dog always snores. So they're not in the room with. Makes sense. Okay, and let me see what else. I am getting an issue. I don't know if this is already something that you have, but I'm getting an issue in your stomach. This feels to me gallbladder. gallbladder, gallstones, something like this. Do you have a history of gallbladder, gallstones? Have you ever had anything like this, some kind of a gallstone? I Oh God, Jesus. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is a pain that's just below the ribs, right here. It's where your stomach comes down and across, and I'm feeling pain right there in the stomach. So I'm not sure what is contributing to this, but it feels like stomach issues. You might want to get that looked at, sweetie, because that's what I'm feeling here. I feel like there's something going on with you because this is coming towards you within the next few months. You're gonna start having the pain, and if this is something that your father had, I'm not quite sure if this is a genetic issue. I will check in just a moment, Sarah Jane. Give me just a moment. I'm not quite sure if this is a genetic issue, if gallstones are genetic. It might be dietary. I'm not quite sure. I haven't really done a lot of research on it, but you could check and see if it is. And if it is, then know that this is what's coming up for you. Okay. In the next 3 months or so, we're going to start. You have been having stomach issues. It's gonna feel like it's getting worse. It's going to feel like a stabbing pain is what it's feeling like to me. And when that happens to you, I want you to go and get it looked at. Okay. Please, because nobody should feel that. All right. Liz, I don't do third-party readings unless your niece is here and she's signed in and she comes in her own name. Then I would contemplate doing a reading for her, but I don't do readings for other people. All right. Let me see what else I have coming for you, Tanya. One more thing I want to say. Make sure you check your mail regularly because I feel like there's something that's going to be there. Gallstones suck. I've never had one, but I'm sure they do. And maybe Sheldon, you could mention some if you've had them, if you could maybe mention some symptoms for her, so something for her to be on the lookout. But I am feeling pain, and I'm also hearing something about being nauseous. And that's you could also have pain in different parts of your stomach, like anyways. Mail, something in the mail, there's going to be something time sensitive that you need to see, so make sure you're checking your mail regularly. Hurts worse than childbirth. Ooh, that's horrible. Yeah. Sharp bands, that's what it feels like. It feels like it's just a line across my stomach here, is what I'm feeling with you, Tanya. All right. Oh, here's my other kitty. Hi, Jackson. Hi, baby. Hi, baby boy. Hi. You're a sweetie. You're a sweetie pie. Are you going to come say hi? You're going to say hi to everybody. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come say hi. My hair is falling out. Say hi. Thank you. I'm bad at that with mail, so it makes sense. Yes. Nausea, fever, especially after you eat about 3 hours. Okay. I would wake up in the middle of the night after eating a steak and running to the bathroom. Oh, that's no good. Deborah says hers ruptured. It happens a lot after you eat. Makes a lot of sense since your stomach is pushing food through and your gallbladder is attached to that. You gonna come say hi? Come here. Come say hi to everybody. You want to say hi, Jackson? You want to say hi, my boy? Here's the other beauty. He doesn't like to be picked up. Hi, Jack. Hey, Jack. He's like, stop picking me up. Anyway, okay. So I was going to look. That's what I got for you. And make sure you check your mail. Yes, he doesn't like to be. He's like, anytime he's doing like a super cute pose and I take my phone and I'm like trying to on the download take a picture of him. As soon as I pointed at him, he's like, nope. Like, no, thank you. I don't want nothing to do with that. Okay, Sarah Jane. Okay. What we're gonna do for Sarah Jane. Sarah, you wanted me to look at you are not feeling well, is that correct? Yeah, he's a stinker. He's a real stinker. Anyways, if you would like a guaranteed donation tonight, please make a guaranteed reading, please make a minimum donation of $11. And I have 4 different ways to pay for that in the description box of the video. Okay? You've been vomiting. Okay, Sarah, let me, give me just a moment. her gallbladder was diseased. Elspeth said it exploded in the doctor's hand. That's horrible. That's quite horrible. Let's see. Let me see what I have for you, Miss Sarah. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety and stress here, Sarah. This is what's coming through for you. I feel like you have a lot going on right now that you're anxious and stressed about. And this is giving you a very nervous stomach. It's like reminding me of when, let's say, you go through a bad breakup or something, or um, you get really anxious and sad, and you can't eat for days because you're so sad. Sounds like your life. That's what I'm feeling here. It feels like a nervous stomach. It feels like you're making yourself sick with worry. All right. And I feel like this is something that you've done to yourself and something that you can fix yourself. So I really want you to start um, trying to take things one at a time. Okay. Because I feel like you pile it. I'm being reminded of Ash, actually. Um, you pile everything mentally on yourself, and it just feels to me like, okay, so this is what they're showing me with my friend Ash. She's an anxious person anyways, and she bought herself a monthly planner, and she's got it next to her bed, and she's got things that she has to do on all these different days, and she was looking at it today, and she got overwhelmed with everything that she had to do in the next month. And I was like, whoa, it just feels like instead of zooming in on specifics, like this is what I'm doing tomorrow, this is what I have to do this week, even not to zoom out and look at the big picture in that respect of all the things that you have to take care of, all of your responsibilities, all of the things that you worry about. Okay. You don't need to do that every day. I mean, you can check occasionally, like, oh, next week I'm going to be super busy. Maybe I should get more rest this week while I can, because it's going to be a very tiring week for me. Okay. So what I want you to do is to just zoom into your day. Okay. This is what I have to do today. This is what I have to do tomorrow. One step at a time. That's right, Sheldon, because I feel like you have a tendency to maybe just put it all in it's all like in a fishbowl here, and it's just like everything's out of proportion because you feel like you have so many things that you have to take care of. Okay. So do this. Stop worrying about you lost both your parents since May 2 years ago. Okay. Yes, that's extremely, extremely difficult. Okay. And I could understand that. What is it about her? They do have a tendency. They're just as bad as dogs. Like, why are you looking at them? Okay. And so instead of doing that, I want you to just have tunnel vision for your day. Okay. When you wake up in the morning, you can write a list of things that you have to accomplish that day. And don't put a gazillion things on your list, because there's only so many hours in a day and we don't have to exhaust ourselves. Okay. And I feel like it just feels like a pit in your stomach. It's a pit of worry in your stomach. I feel it. It literally feels like a peach pit or something in your stomach. Like, oh God, I'm not going to be able to do all this. And you're doubting yourself, and you're giving yourself an awful lot of stress that doesn't need to be there. Okay. So please get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of your crazy train of thought. And I'm not saying that you're crazy. I'm saying that it's a crazy train of thought, because it happens to all of us. Our thoughts get out of control, and it's crazy train, and it's not, it's just something that we need to put the brakes on and say, hold on, wait a minute. Let's Let's not go overboard here with all the million things that we have to get done, because technically all you have to do is wake up and breathe and feed your body. That's literally all you technically have to do, sustain your life. All these other things are 3D things that it's not going to kill you. If your car payment is a day late, yeah, it might cost you extra, but it's not going to be the end of your life. Okay, so stop putting so much on yourself. All right, one day at a time. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself, especially when you've had so many emotional losses over the last couple of years. All right. Hi, Michelle. Long time no see. How the heck are ya? Why, thank you, Stephanie. I enjoy you too. Okay, we're gonna do. What else are we gonna do tonight? All right. What? Guaranteed reading is $11. So if you would like, hi Cheyenne, how are you? If you would like a guaranteed reading, it's $11 tonight. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here and chat with y'all. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about things I have to get used to in South Dakota. Let's talk about it. We got here and it was lovely. The weather was beautiful and gorgeous, and it was, 75, 80 degrees, and it was lovely for a couple of days. I slept with the windows open. It was glorious. And then it snowed. I can't wait to see you either, Teresa. I'm very excited. So yeah, it snowed in the middle of May, right towards the end, third week of May. And I was like, huh, 30 degrees, 40 degrees, snowing. Interesting. And then I had to drive in the sleet. And that was also something I have not done in an extremely long time. As most of you know, I'm from Massachusetts, but I was in Texas for the last 30 years. And that was not weather that I had to deal with. The entire state would shut down if it rained too hard. So, and especially if it snowed, we'd call off school for like a week. So, anyway, you're in Nebraska. How wonderful. I went through Nebraska on my way here. I am in Sturgis, South Dakota. So, I did snow, sleet. Yeah. So I had to drive in that, and I was like, okay, I can do this. This isn't horrible. Um, you know, Winters are brutal. Well, we'll see. I'll be spending a lot of time indoors, and so I'll be all here with y'all a lot. I was born in Worcester, and I'm from Brookfield. I grew up in Brookfield, in the western part. Okay, so other things I have to get used to. I live on the second floor now, so there are 16 steep steps that I have to walk up to get to my apartment every single day. It's a very old house, and they're very steep steps, and it was hell getting all my furniture up here, but we did it. And another thing I need to get used to is not having a fenced in yard and having to walk my dogs a million times a day. So when I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, that is the first thing they want to do is go outside. So I have to put on boots because the grass is still wet. The grass is still wet out there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I have to throw clothes on and do things before I even have coffee. And so I'm getting used to that. I'm not going to wake Emma up to go walk the dogs at 6 o'clock in the morning. Of course, when school starts, of course she'll be helping out with that. But I do the morning ones, and she does the other ones. Wow, you're very knowledgeable. If you were on Facebook, I would be following you. I am on Facebook, Anthony. You're watching me on Facebook. How wonderful. And see what else do I have to get used to? The steps are a big one because man, I'm getting a workout on those steps. Another thing I have to get used to is the very, very, very dry air. I had no idea. No coffee. I'm telling you, I drink coffee after I bring my dogs out. It's crazy. It's weird. It's very, very dry here, and I didn't realize it was going to be such an issue. But I am constantly thirsty in South Dakota, and my dog Riley has been coughing a lot. And I wasn't sure if it was the dry air or if it was the different dog food. I'd already been going to the gym for several months and I was working on that already, but very dry air, and it's been bothering Emma because she's been getting bloody. She's been waking up with a bloody nose or getting bloody noses. So a humidifier is on our list of things that we need because we're not used to the dry air. Sturgis is really lovely. I really enjoy the town. Rheumatoid arthritis, yeah. I don't really have pain from arthritis and things of that nature. When it got cold, I was fine, but the dry air, it really, yeah, my sinuses are very dry. Her sinuses are very dry, and so that's just something that we have to get used to. But other than that, we really enjoy being in the center of town. We really enjoy, like, we can walk everywhere and it's lovely. It's really good for you. There's so many places to see and so much to do, and we were exploring all over the place and having a lot of fun. And we're going to do tons more of that. So that's wonderful. Your husband wants to go to the rally. Well, I hope you go, and I hope you have a wonderful time, Kathy. From what I understand, it's a deafening noise, all of those motorcycles. Most people that live in Sturgis leave and go on vacation during the rally because of all the noise. Like, it's 24 hours a day, motorcycles and stuff. So I'm not going to be here for Bike Week, Penny. I'm going to be doing my gigs in Wisconsin. I will be in Wisconsin. Amy, I have been getting out and doing things. Yeah, motorcycles are great, but I don't know how I would feel about 150,000 of them. I mean, that seems like a lot. Seems a little excessive. So, hi, Linda from Melbourne. How are you? But I'm going to be gone during that time. It's in my rental agreement that I have to vacate my rental so they can rent it out to bikers. And I'm fine with it. All my stuff is going to be locked up. It'll be fine. So, anyways. Rhubarb. Amy, I'm going to be in Millston, Wisconsin on the 9th to do a small venue. I think it's maximum 60 people. So that's going to be August 9th. And then on the 12th, I will be in Fond du Lac, and that's a larger venue. I think the maximum capacity there is 200. So I hope you come and see me. The tickets are on sale. I think they're $25. My friend in contact in Wisconsin has set everything up for me, so that's wonderful. Half naked people. Hey, there's nothing wrong with naked people. I have nothing against nakedness. Like, if it were up to me, I wouldn't wear clothes at all because I don't like clothes. Hey, naked people. Whatever. But I won't be here and I won't be naked. So, but nothing against anyone who wants to be. None of my business. Oh, okay, Michelle. Sorry. And I also have Cheyenne. Okay. I'm sorry, Michelle. I know you said that a minute ago, and I lost my train of thought there because I was talking my head off. If Sharon said Stevens Point, I'll let her know. Yes, absolutely. Let everybody know. Okay, Michelle, do you have a specific question, or you just want me to see whatever's coming through for you? If you ever come to New Brunswick, Canada, I'll have the first ticket. Okay. Yeah, Sarah, stop stressing. Why don't you run yourself a nice hot bath and put on some relaxing music? Okay. That's what you can do now. See whatever's come through. I am happy. We like it here. We like it a lot. And of course, Travis called me today and and tried to apologize, which I accept your apology. Have a nice life. Be on your way. Once a snake, always a snake. I left Texas for a reason. Okay, whatever's coming through for Michelle. Okay, let's see. You've been doing that. Okay, good. Keep doing that. Okay, and maybe try to drink some I want to say hot water with honey is what I really want to say. That's what I'm getting for you. Like, I really want you to say to just have some hot water with honey. I feel like this is going to have a calming effect on your stomach. Okay, so let's see if that helps you. Okay, all right, let's see here. Michelle. Michelle, are you single? Thank you, Penny. Yes, I left that. Of course, he warned me that there is no place in the world that I could go that he would not, that is too far for him. So he doesn't know where I am, so nobody should tell him. Okay. Yes, you are single. Okay, so the very first thing that hi Randy, we're live. You made it. The very first thing that I got, Michelle, when I was connecting for you, was a tender-hearted lover. Okay, so I feel like this is somebody that might be coming into your life here in the next 6 months is what I'm hearing. 6 months. I know I'm going to do more readings for you before then, but this is something that's going to be a process here. We're coming into alignment with this person, tender-hearted, a very tender-hearted person to match your energy. Okay, because I feel you are a very tender-hearted person. Yes, well, as long as he doesn't know where I am. So nobody will tell him, right? So everybody should stop asking me. I'm in South Dakota, but don't tell Travis. Okay. So I'm hearing something, yay! I'm hearing something about books. I'm hearing something about a bibliography. Okay, so this might be somebody that you meet in a bookstore. It could be somebody that has a common interest in literature or something along those lines that you might have. Okay, so I don't know if you like to read or if you like to read autobiographies or something like this, or nonfiction books. What I'm hearing is something about the library. So this, do you like to read print books? You love to read. Okay, good. And so that's what I'm seeing and hearing for you is that there'll be somebody coming in for you, a tender-hearted lover that's going to have a shared interest in reading. There's a possibility also that you might want to see if there's any type of a book club in your area. That the local library might hold something like this. A shared passion, that they just keep talking about a shared passion between you and this other person. Be going to the Cheyenne says, Michelle, if I was you, I'd be going to the bookstore every day. Absolutely. A shared passion. So 6 months I'm seeing here because I'm seeing you wearing like a turtleneck sweater or a mock turtleneck sweater. So it feels like to me like it's going to be cooler weather. All right. So it's going to be, in the autumn, September, mid-September. I think is when, if all goes well, this is our timeline here. This is what we're working towards. We're working towards mid-September. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay focused on your inner peace and happiness, okay? And this is going to lead you to this tender-hearted lover in September. I really love this energy. I'm getting a lot of validation of this, that it's time, that it's definitely well deserved, and it's time for you to meet up with this person that's going to bring you a lot of love and peace in your life. Not, of course, you're going to have it for yourself already by then, because you've been working on that. All right. Okay. I also am seeing something about a change in your hairstyle, an update in your hairstyle. They're just showing me scissors with your hair. Okay. Is your hair wavy or curly? That's what I'm seeing. We're going to do a mediumship too. Not for you, in a minute. Usually cut it around September. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing somewhere around September when you cut your hair. This is it's all lining up together here, and that's what they're showing me. It's great that they give me that validating information for you. Hi, Xana. How are you, my love? Well, that's good to know, bud. Mine is too. When it's not blonde, it's gray. That's not true. I only have some gray. I'm not completely gray. My hair is very brown. My hair is very brown and my roots are showing, but it's okay. I actually haven't had the heater on, Sheldon. I don't know if you caught my live the other day. Yesterday, I was talking about not having heat for the last week. Of course, I didn't need it for the first few days because it was so nice. But then when it got really cold and I tried to turn the furnace on, it wouldn't turn on. And my landlord came and looked at it, and there was a lock on the meter, like the utility company had shut it off. I guess the last person or whatever maybe didn't pay their bill. I don't know. Yeah. Ash actually has electric heat, and I don't think she's had hers on either because she was complaining about how expensive electric heat is here. And I have gas, natural gas. So, this is a fourplex, like there's 4 apartments out of this big, huge house. And I guess hers is the only apartment that has electric baseboards, and everybody else has natural gas. They suck out the humidity. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Hi, Fred. How's it going, Fred? It does. It's very, very expensive, But I will honestly say that this place is so well insulated, and it's just, I wasn't even cold, Wasn't even cold. Put a bowl of water in the air. That's a good idea, Liz. I'll have to do that. What was I doing? Cheyenne. It's time for Cheyenne's reading. Michelle, I hope those messages resonate with you, hon. Doing good. I hope you're doing good. So happy for you in your place. Thank you. Gotta go. Have a great night. Good to have your smiling face back around. Thank you, Sheldon. Have a wonderful evening. I really hope you do. Randy, I got you on the list. Okay, what are we doing for Cheyenne? Cheyenne, do you have a specific question or just whatever comes through for you? Yes, I am at a high. I was much higher elevation because I was practically, you know, at ocean level there, not far from the coast. I think it was 2 hours from the Gulf of Mexico. I ignored a friend's video chat for you, and I don't mind at all. Well, thank you, Elspeth. You're darling. Any messages that come through? Okay, let me see what I get for you, Miss Cheyenne. Cheyenne. Cheyenne, has your appetite been has your appetite increased lately? Because they're telling me that you are hungrier or that you want to eat more often than you used to. Yes, Randy, I have you, my darling. Good night, Penny. I have noticed my skin is a little bit drier here as well. You're right. I do have to buy some lotion. Maybe I'll make my own lotion because I have shea butter and I have all the stuff to make. Anyway, I'll make my own. Anyway, sorry. Okay. They're telling me there's an increase in your appetite or you're wanting to eat more portions, bigger portions. Cravings today are wild. Okay, yes. Uh, I've been trying to eat small portions 6 times a day. But the cravings today have been wild. Yes. Okay. And so, what I'm being told about that, particularly the cravings that you're having today, okay, that has to do with being grounded, staying grounded. And sometimes we have cravings for food that isn't necessarily good for us. Like, for example, I used to crave carbs a lot when I would be doing too much spiritual work and I would have to ground myself. You can eat these lower vibrational foods, things that are not necessarily great for you, things that your body is, or you're subconsciously craving to help keep you grounded when you are too much. Uh, Too much elevated energy. Okay. And now I'm not saying that this is for everybody, but I'm hearing that this is what's happening for you. 6 meals a day is all fine and good, but it feels like you are elevating your energy a little too fast. And, your unconscious self or your higher self is giving your body the message to eat these things or these things that you're craving for a reason. It's because you're elevating too fast, and it can cause a lot of energetic distortion is what I'm hearing. A lot of energetic distortion. It's like pulling yourself into two places. When you are trying to make changes for the better for yourself and your body, sometimes when we do things too rapidly, it causes a little bit of chaos. Okay. And so some things just have to be a slow process, especially as far as like energy and raising your vibration. Now, I love that you're eating better. Okay. I love that you are. I came to sit by us and watch you. Well, that's wonderful, Elspeth. I love that you're eating better. That's really lovely. And 6 small meals a day will definitely help with your metabolism. Okay. But you need to make sure you're getting all the nutrition that you need. The 6 small meals is all fine and good, but you do need to make sure you're still getting the nutrition that you need. Been on a weight loss journey for a bit, so I've lost 13 pounds, but gonna gain 3 back. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. All right. That's don't um I was on a fitness journey, right? Getting myself better physically. And then I had to stop going to the gym because I was spending so much time trying to pack up my life and get rid of things and sell things and I hurt myself. I hurt my back. I truly, truly did. And I had to take pain, like small amounts of pain medicine for that for the last 2 weeks. And I'm just today getting to a point where I don't have to do that because I overdid it, and so when you lose 13 pounds, that's wonderful. You're gonna gain. Okay, my friend Ash, she's been on a weight loss journey for 3 years, and sometimes she gets a couple pounds back, and that's just more initiative to keep going, right? You're like, well, I gained a couple pounds back. I need to get back on track. It's not something that you have to be so regimented with all the time. Life is not supposed to be a punishment, okay? It's not supposed to be a punishment. It's like, oh yeah, when back pain does suck, and it really really hurt. I was really concerned about it because it was right where I'd had my surgery at. My goal is 30 to 50 pounds before a baby. Work has been stressful, and I feel like I'm stress eating, and I'm so busy, so don't make it to the gym as much as I'd like. I totally understand. Okay, and you're beating yourself up about it. Sometimes these things happen. You can't beat yourself up about it. Okay, if your work has been stressful and it's going to take you a little bit, if you feel that you need to lose 30 to 50 pounds to have a baby, then maybe that timeline isn't coinciding with what's going on in your life right now. Maybe it's just pushed out a little bit because of these different stressful situations you have to deal with in your reality. Okay. So there's a reason for everything. Nothing happens by chance. And if you put on a couple of pounds, and that just means that there's some things in your life that are changing your timeline, and that's okay. Everything will happen when it's supposed to. Just do the best you can. Okay. Tammy says carbs control my life. Now that's not okay. We cannot let food control us. We have to be in control of ourselves. Ready to be a mama, not rushing, but ready. That's good. My daughter is also ready to be a mama, but it's not happening for her right now. So we just have to be more patient, right? Just be a little more patient with yourself. You have things in your life that need your attention right now. And as stressed as you are, getting pregnant right now, being as stressed as you are, would not be very good for a healthy to term delivery. Okay. Stress plays havoc on the body. It truly does. So maybe we need to figure out how to get ourselves into a better work environment that is not so stressful on your body and your life, so that you can have more time to do the things that you actually want to do that bring you joy and peace. Okay. Hi, Serena. It's good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Okay, now we're going to do Miss Randy. You're already looking for another job. Wonderful. That's good news. And I hope you find one. You're welcome. Don't kill yourself. It's okay. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. Randy, I'm so glad to hear that, Tina. I'm so glad to hear that your granddaughter's surgery went well. That makes me very happy. Okay, we're going to do Randy, and Randy's going to be the last one because Em and I still need to go find some dinner. Okay. Randy, how can I help you, ma'am? Do you have a specific question or something on your mind that you would like some guidance with? Randy, where did you go? Your kids specifically. Okay, what's going on with your kids, hon? There's some voids. What do you mean? Is my video choppy, or are you talking about with your kids? Thanks, Bud. I appreciate you. Your two adult children aren't seeing things eye to eye with you. That's okay. It's really hard for you as a parent to be in this friction with your children. And I understand. I have adult children as well, and their relationships are changing and becoming distant. Okay. And that's okay. I know that's really stressful for you because you love your children. Okay. But sometimes we need to have this little bit of space, especially when your children become adults, because they need to be independent people and they need to make decisions for themselves. Okay, it's like when your kid is a teenager, it'll test boundary. Your child will test boundaries to see what's allowable, what's not allowable in your home, in your under your roof with your rules, right? And this is where we set boundaries with our kids. And then when they get to be adults, it's time for us to release the reins on their lives and to come to terms with the fact that we don't get to continue to make these decisions for our children, and that it's their right as an adult to make any mistake that you think they're making. And that's something that they have to live with those consequences. I will advise you, though, as a parent, not to don't push your way into their lives. Allow them to have space, okay? Because if you push something, it's going to run away from you, okay? As long as you're chasing something, it'll be hard to catch. So even though this is not something that you agree with that they're doing, or you don't think they're making the right decisions, you can voice your opinion, and just voice your opinion, okay? Don't say this is how it has to be, because that is going to cause a definite wedge in your relationship, and you could make it permanent accidentally by expressing your fear, which is what you're doing. You're expressing fear about the consequences of their decisions, and they don't see it that way. Okay, so what you should do is just say, hey, if I were in your shoes, this is what I would do because blah, blah, blah. But I realize you're an adult and it's your life. If you need me, I'm here if you want to talk to me. Okay. And I love you and I care about you. And I'm here if you want to talk to me, but you're an adult and these are your decisions to make. Okay. So I understand how hard it is. Trust me. When my kids became adults, they made some decisions that I just didn't really agree with. My son really started getting into drugs, psychedelics, and drugs. And, my kids both smoke cigarettes now, which I was very against that. But I had to understand that, yes, I raised them exactly, Kathy. You raised them right. You have to trust that you raised them right and that they will make good decisions for themselves when you're not there to influence them. Okay? It's hard to hear that they don't want you in their lives. You do realize that this is temporary. This is temporary, Randy. Okay, I understand that. Okay, I truly do. And it's not. We help bring souls into the world as mothers. That's what we do. We help bring souls into the world, but eventually you have to realize that that is an individual soul just like you are. I'm sure you don't have the same relationship with your parents that you had when you were a child living under their roof. I'm sure it's changed. I'm sure there's been some periods of time where you're not as connected to them, or you don't see them as often as you did when you lived under their roof. Does that mean you love them any less? Does that mean they're not your parents? No. Relationships change. And they might be saying they don't want you in their life right now, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. Okay? It's not always going to be that way. My son was very upset with me when he was 21 years old, and I kicked him out. There was reasons. There was a very good reason for that. But he was very upset with me for quite a long time. He really holds a grudge. But eventually we got back on solid ground, and he understood that he was, skating on very thin ice, and it's hard, but this is just part of parenting. You have to let go. You have to let go. Your love for them will keep them connected to you, but don't be overbearing. That's good, Elspeth. Yep, they're on alone. You're right. My son just turned 27, Tina. Isn't that crazy? So just give them a little bit of space, Randy. And once you stop pushing your way, and once you stop pushing what you want, and you say, look, I'm just going to be over here. If you need me, you can call me. Of course, it's a conflicted feeling. As an adult that you have to make your own decisions. And as adults, they have to make their own decisions too. And it's really hard in the first few years, especially when they move out and you hear them doing things, or gosh, my son got arrested, for God's sake, my son got arrested for having marijuana. No, was it marijuana? Of course it was, for having marijuana. And I found out about it. Like, he didn't tell me about it because it's none of my business. You know what I mean? But he took care of his business, You want them to be able to come to you without feeling like they're being scolded, or without feeling like they're being pretty much being told they're idiots and they're doing everything wrong. Nobody likes to hear they're doing everything wrong. I like to say, well, if I were in that situation, and of course you can offer your opinion, but I would try really hard not to offer unless they ask, or say, would you like my opinion on that? I'm just so used to being a mother hen over my little chicks, and it's so hard, but this makes so much sense. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is. It's hard. But I would say, if you want my opinion, I'll give it to you. Otherwise, I'm just here to support you. Okay? And that's really all we can do. The more loving and supportive you are, the more comfortable your children will be coming to you when they need you. Okay? So keep that in mind. All right, Randy? I hope it helps you. You got to take a step back. You got to cut the apron strings and hope that the apron doesn't fall apart. Right? Your kids, you did a good job raising your kids. I always said that I had kids to bring individual souls into the world, and I do believe that I just want to be included in their lives. Well, why don't you tell them that? I'm sorry if I've been overbearing and I've been forcing my way on your decisions. I just want to be your mom. I just want to continue to be in your life, and just know that I love you, and I'm here if you ever want to talk, if you ever need me. And that's all you can do. Parenting adults is very hard. Yes, it is. Very much so. It's extremely hard because, I don't, before I even moved out of Texas, I didn't see my kids as often as I would like. And I'm definitely not going to see them as often as I would like now, because I'm 1,200 miles away or whatever. and so, but they're still my children, and I love them dearly. And when I miss them, I message them and we chat. So you just have to realize that the love you have for them is never going to go away, and even if they don't express it in the way that you want, they love you too. You just got to let them fly with their little baby wings. Okay? Like birds, they shove their kid out of the nest. Parents are like, no. When will I be doing cards again? I can do cards tomorrow night. All right, so I'll come on tomorrow night. It'll be the same time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I will come on and do some cards tomorrow night. How's that? Sound good? Thank you all for joining me tonight and contributing. Don't forget, I'm available for private readings at $60 for 30 minutes for any reading. And you can book that through my page. And I believe there's also a link in the description box. Okay. One more question. Okay, what is your question? Make it an easy one. What's your question? Yes, everything will be fine with your trip. Immediate yes. I have no feelings of ill for that whatsoever. Okay? Everything will be great. Okay. God bless y'all. Yes. You always miss a notification. Well, you need to go onto my page. If you go onto my page and click on the 3 dots, because Facebook, Facebook doesn't like to let people know that I'm live, and they try to block. So you need to go onto my page, click on Misty the Medium, and go on the 3 dots, and it will turn on notifications. And so there's very specifically on there, you need to click on turn on notifications of live videos. Okay. So if y'all want to do that, that would be great. Okay. Well, I love you all so much, and I'm so glad I got to see you. I'm glad you got to see me, and I will see you tomorrow night. Same bad time, same bad channel, and we'll be doing some tarot card readings. So many blessings to you all.